Can you guys hear me now? You cannot imagine. I know. I mean, yeah, but I'm asking the chat. My mic, for some reason, OBS just doesn't like me. Now, granted, I've talked a lot of shit on OBS. I haven't said anything it hasn't deserved. But for some reason, OBS will just switch my mic back to default, which default is not my mic. My mic is a Blue Yeti. So, I don't know, man. Can't stop but want to continue the subscription. Hope everyone is doing well. Yorkie, you absolute badass. We are doing well as long as you're here. And since you have to leave, not for very long, but we love you. Is the point of that I'm trying to make.
Have a good one, Yorkie.
Don't die, dude.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, Yusuf, that's just the brand.
Northeast.
So to recap,
the traditional technical error at the start of the stream that stings with its truthfulness.
Hey man, I'm working on it.
Like that cuts deep, and as much as that hurts, I just got to clutch the stitch and go, yeah, he's right. We're doing well. How are you, Rand?
Gotta write
it. I believe last time we came up with a plan to make Adam the head of the L.A. Giovanni by framing the guy who's trying to use him to frame somebody else in order to frame him with the framed information he wants, so Adam can become head of the L.A. Giovanni. And the plan was to capture him and implant fake memories into him of him meeting people.
Yes, but with the help of
meeting salacious individuals.
If memory serves, I would have to talk to the cousin to see if she knows anyone above him to get in contact to do that whole shenanigan there.
Periclesius, how you doing, buddy? It has been a while, and we're all glad you're here.
That's why I throw the at everyone. Because like if they're not logged in any form, they're not going to get the notification. If you do at here.
That's why
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Kyle with the Discord strats. We appreciate you, buddy.
I tried.
That's better for the final release to tag everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, I normally feel kind of weird using an at here, but considering like the Discord is here for the stream, it seems like we should. But yeah. Welcome everybody.
I understand the feeling, for you folks are the highlight of my week. That's literally the only reason that I started streaming video games back in the day when I had time, was because I liked hanging out with you guys. And the main reason I want to do it again. But in time. All things in time. Yes, so Adam has concocted a plan to frame Dante Giovanni as...
I don't know if I can work with that, but yeah. I'll take the credit.
Josh has concocted a plan for Adam to frame Dante Giovanni as
Josh
the
has
family
convinced
mole.
Adam that it was his idea that he should.
He gave me the plan. It was all according to Kikaku. Thanks, brain Giovanni.
He also decided that he wanted to send Alfredo back with cousin Angelina to learn how to be a real vampire, putting his child up for adoption because he could not handle him. Now, Klaus was given a very interesting box, of which Josh ran somebody off the road for. And when last we left, Carlo wanted to try to contact Byrick Ash. So I believe, as the scene faded out last time, you were all gathered together, or at least the three of you were gathered together in Josh's estate.
Ah, yes, the clubhouse.
I'm going to fix that. It's okay.
Electric fence. What do you do?
You go around the electric fence.
Go under it.
I believe I was on my way to go seek out Louis 48 to let him know just how much the Giovanni were planning on snoozing up to him.
Okay. Carlo, what were you going to do?
I was supposedly going to try to get in contact with my cousin first to see if I can find someone over the head of the Giovanni currently.
Okay, and
And-
Klaus.
But
What were you?
I was chilling at my house, or did I go to?
You were with us at the secret meeting, but
Yeah, I'm totally there at the secret meeting.
and I think you wanted to give the box to Mr. Ash or something.
Yes, I did. I recall that part. The madness gets to you. Yes.
Okay. In which case, we will start with Klaus tonight to bring Tom back into the festivities. Does Klaus have any method of contacting Byrick? Pazuzu, how's it going?
Pazuzu!
Everybody's like, cool imp? Oh, man. I didn't know we were having the reunion tonight. How's it going, you pimp?
Hello, fellers.
Pazuzu's my favorite gargoyle.
Same.
Yes, Adam, even more than Roxanne.
That's understandable because I'm playing him.
So yeah,
You can't just Melnipony him?
I can't. What?
You can't just Melnipony him?
Oh no, that's 100% what I was gonna do.
Oh.
There's just
Oh, hey.
trying to
Here's something interesting.
set my thought. What's up?
Speaking of people who've used the internet their entire lives creating technical errors before stream, I completely forgot to send out our social media blast.
Boom.
So, that's happening now.
So were we at Zance's mansion?
Yes.
Or okay, so wanted to roll in with my little buddies, Haruka and Ivan.
Okay.
Just so I have some blood in case I need it, because these aren't collect calls that I make. So I'm gonna dial in Mr. Ash and be like,
Okay, hold on. Hang on. Now, Tom, what do you think Byrick is doing right now? A new night did start, and you've had probably at least an hour, maybe two, to yourself.
I want to say he's playing with his new shadow powers. just like shoot himself once and then just blackness to heal.
pretty fucking metal.
Yeah.
So, hello, Mr. Ash. This is Klaus. I have received a package that is meant exclusively for you from a rather influential individual that in the city. I'll be at Zance's mansion if you wish to come and pick it up.
You have a key to the front door.
It's called a Lottie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm not sure much can stand in Tom's way if he wants to walk into a place.
Are we not live?
Yeah, we're live.
Where?
We should be. I have us open.
Oh, so do I. It's just offline though.
For realies and for trulies.
Mine says live.
Oh, there we go.
Mine also says live.
I don't know.
Mine says undead.
God damn it, Adam.
That was funny. I'll give you props.
It's funny. Son of a bitch. You funny bastard.
Periclesia says to refresh a few times. What clan would I choose to be embraced into? I think a lot of that honestly depends on who's running the city. Am I in a Camarilla town? Am I in a Sabbat town? Is it Anarch? Something in between? See, Toreador's the obvious choice, right? But I feel like if I was embraced Toreador, I would just be buried in ennui constantly. because they lose touch with their art as they lose humanity, right? So I would just be sitting there trying to write and just raging and fucking frenzying constantly, just killing people left, right. Next thing you know, I'm staked on a rooftop. Camarilla with some lesser anarch presence. Ooh.
So out of curiosity, Tom, does Byrakash assume that's the other voice in his head?
I was about to say the unfortunate the unfortunate reality of you contacting me that way is that I hear voices in my head already.
It's not a voice in your head. It's literally audible. Like if someone was standing next to you, they would hear.
But this is nothing unusual, unfortunately.
Well, I mean that's why I said it's Klaus. I did say who it was.
I've had a Malkavian talk straight into my brain before.
Yeah, so this is normal.
I don't know if you're that, if you're truly that Malkavian, though.
You never know. I mean, either way, you could always call up Zance's place and see if it's true.
I would assume you'd assume it's different just because the voice wouldn't answer back if you tried to talk to it like the other voices.
True.
But that's exactly what he would want me to think.
I can't answer back.
So Melnipone, when you use it like that, is basically Magic Mouth, but for VTM.
Pretty much. Yeah, just pop a little voice in the middle of nowhere and do something with it. Sing to yourself.
Well, I guess I should go make sure if that wasn't the voice in my head. I'll make my way down to the Zance mansion. If it wasn't, I better make sure to shoot that Malkavian just in case.
Fair.
Are you out for a lovely midnight stride tonight, Byrick?
Yes.
Okay. So you begin walking to Zance's mansion. As you get there, the place seems oddly quiet. There's not a lot of activity. The mansion almost seems to blend in with the background. Maybe it's because you've been here before so many times. Maybe it's because the rest of your coterie isn't here causing a scene. But for now, things seem quiet.
They're not supposed to cause a scene in my house.
See, that's the big question, Periclesius. Like, would you be okay with the rigid Tremere hierarchy? Like, see, that's one of the reasons why I asked the sect, because I could be okay with being Tremere in an Anarch city. If I'm Tremere in Camarilla, that's rough, and I'm probably just going to go Anarch anyway because I cannot deal with that kind of power trip. I would probably also go Toreador just because one of my greatest joys is to be around other creative people. But that would also probably piss me off because I hate being around poser idiots. There's a real part of me that legitimately would not mind being Nosferatu. Like, I don't care what I look like. I can get Obfuscate 3 anyway. But I think it might be cool. Anyway.
I knew it was Nosferatu.
What does that mean?
The one that was messing with the lights.
Ah. Nosferatu. Tom, as you approach the door, Virginia almost preternaturally opens it at your approach before you can even knock. She sort of looks you up and down, not entirely surprised. Mr. Ash, I hadn't expected to see you tonight.
I was summoned.
The master is out at the moment, but I suppose that hasn't stopped anyone else. Please do come in.
I will say currently they have standing orders to let my coterie within the mansion, but to keep an eye on what they do.
You are not a poser, Periclesius, and you neither, Cool Imp. We do not do imposter syndrome in this dojo. Only I'm allowed to do imposter syndrome in this dojo. The rest of you
Not
are
even you, man. Not even you. I'll fight you.
I'm quite interested, Periclesius. What do you do? What is your art? All right, she beckons you inside, Mr. Ash.
Then I shall enter.
Again, the mansion is quiet. Most of the servants are probably asleep or gone home. What would you like to do?
So the servants are being lazy. I'm sure Zanne will like to hear about that.
You guys remember when Zane's had servants right before they all got massacred?
No, if he massacres them, I'm bringing them all back as ghosts.
There you go. Now they won't get exhausted.
Can't get tired of it.
Hey, you don't have to pay them. Just
So they can't bring
upgrade.
you anymore, though.
God.
They can't bring you.
Have you checked out the writing group we've got going on Discord, Para? I mean, I will... Full disclosure, I haven't been as active in the writing group as I would have liked to be. I'm really, really trying to work on like my personal time management to improve myself so that I can do stuff like that. But I'll do as much as I can to help. Hey, you've sold more than 5 copies of your book? Good shit, dude. That's totally legitimate too. I don't think I've sold 5 copies of anything. Next time.
I mean, if you receive money for it, you're a professional.
I hear you.
What if you throw it on the ground and just walk away from it?
But yeah, toss something up in there. I'm more than willing to help out. I am more than willing to help bolster other authors because we got to stick together. Sound janky? Sounds okay on my end. But yeah, definitely let me know. What would you like to do, Mr. Ash?
I will continue entering it, apparently. I will go to the coloring room. Wait, what was it called? Drawing room.
Coloring.
That's where the piano is. That's where I'll be.
Klaus, where are you waiting for Mr. Ash to arrive?
At the piano. Like a super predictable boy.
If you're around, I've been expecting you, Mr. Ash.
No, Klaus can be goofy sometimes, but he's not that zany.
Yeah.
Byrick, you enter the drawing room. How do you think it's lit at the moment, Klaus? Just standard bulbs?
With lights?
Yeah.
I mean,
With kerosene lamps.
probably just letting whatever smaller lamps in the room be on.
Okay.
No need for like any kind of major lighting.
So there's a few small lights that throw the corners of the drawing room into shadow. The cold hearth thrown into stark relief as it sits in darkness. On the sort of coffee table in the center of the room, there is perched a very fine leather trunk, which you don't believe you've seen before. Seems to be pretty heavily locked. And Klaus stands there by the piano, looking up at you as you enter.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Ash. Or may I call you Byrick?
Was it you who beckoned me?
It was indeed.
Good.
I feel as though my life has been saved in this moment. But yes, this I summoned you here specifically for this chest. It was given to me by a Toreador who seems to be of some sort of renown. I don't know what's in it. He specifically said it's for your eyes only, and we obliged and did not open it. So this is yours. Do with it as you please.
Shoot it.
Put a few rounds in it just to be safe.
Right.
It was a bomb.
God. It's a sunlight bomb.
White phosphorus.
Now, you were given
then,
the key to the chest, Klaus.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Like,
you'll need this key. I had the
going-
option to open it, I just chose not to.
Very well. I'll take the key and I'll open it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a step back.
As you open the trunk, you are immediately hit with a stench of rot and decay. It's been pent up for a very long time, and it's making the use of it. By the way, you've made Xance's drawing room just smell horrible. So, there's that.
You won't know who did it.
As you open the chest, the corpse of a woman has been packed in tightly. Her limbs and elbows, her knees bent at unnatural angles to make herself fit. For the first moment, as the light flickers over the edge of the chest, she looks strange, unfamiliar, odd shadows being drawn across her visage. But as you look deeper, you realize that you recognize this woman, if only slightly. This is the woman you drained at the party a few days ago. Draped across her chest, across her two folded hands, is a note. And it reads simply, "You're welcome. Signed, a friend."
Flanagan?
I do not know what this friend word means.
It means someone who is looking out for your better interest.
Now, Klaus, you stepped back, so you weren't actually able to see the inside of the chest, but you are hit with just that god-awful smell of death and rot.
Oh shit! It smells like home. I'm gonna step.
Germany.
Ah, the war. I'm gonna step forward out of curiosity, just like, wow, I can't tell if she had a good night or a bad night.
It smells like Verdun.
Ah.
Fantastic
Lovely.
wet dream.
That was my favorite Bath and Body Works candle.
Verdun.
Dream.
It smells like so many dead French and Germans.
And who was it who gave this to you?
This Toreador fellow I met after the recent party at the Tyson mansion that Xance and I went to. He seems to have a bit of an interest in this city, though I'm not entirely sure what his motives are or what he's really wanting to do. Seems friendly enough, but with us, who really is friendly?
Is that the mansion that I have frequented by now?
The Tyson mansion was a different one, but you are able to start drawing conclusions to think that it's probably the same guy that you talked to.
If this is who I believe it is, then he is a manipulator.
I'm not surprised. His little, I don't know, pet, if that's what you really want to call her.
I call it a body.
Well, I mean, this is a body. I'm speaking more of the one he sired. She seems to...
Sired.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, the man who gave me the chest. He has a little vampire or kindred sireling. I don't know.
Child.
Whatever.
With an
Child.
E at the end.
Child within child de.
Kid. Chilled.
She is free spirited, but very much under his control, as far as I can tell.
He might not.
Byard doesn't know how baby canines are made because he eats people instead of making new ones.
No one explained the birds and the bees to Byrick. Or the vampire bats and the wasps.
The vampire bats and the bites. The bites and the bats. So when...
Wait, no, if it's the birds and the bees, wouldn't it be the mosquitoes and the bats?
Yeah, but I like the
alliteration.
is it
Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Well, you see, when a
That was a joke.
your tone makes it hard to tell. Apologize.
I am German and I do not understand the humor.
This humor is quite foreign. Please explain.
You hilarious Canadians.
What did you just call me?
I'd forgive you, but that's far too Canadian.
Well, I think it's to the best of our understanding, Byrick is Canadian, although that is, I think, up in the air to most of us.
Everyone just wants to believe that.
Well,
Yusuf, serious question. How the hell do you pronounce that word? Because I always thought it was Quebecois. That's what it is. I thought it was Quebecy, but apparently that's not right. So yeah, I guess it isn't Quebecois. Okay.
So that's however you want it.
I think it depends on who you ask. I bet there's some people in Ontario that would probably be like, "Nah, it's Quebecy. Fuck this guy."
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. By all means.
Well, I don't know what. I'm assuming she was just a late night snack, but seems someone found her for you and hid her away.
And now he believes that I owe him a favor.
Yeah. Mind you, it's hard to owe someone a favor if you didn't ask for the favor.
This is true, though. Though, I do not look forward to the presumptuousness of this individual wishing to
Well, I mean, if you'd like, I can always set up an introduction for you. You seemed rather want to see me again, and based off of this, I imagine he'd want to see you too.
No need, not yet.
Fair. Well, should you change your mind, just let me know.
Though if this does happen, you may wish to bring armaments.
Don't we always? So
You call that a gun? You call that a gun?
Well, it turns out the armor of the Malkavian's walking cane is a hand grenade.
Oh, that would be so on brand, but no. Just lift up his coat. It's like 2 swords and his pistol. It's like, no, I call this an after or a midnight surprise. I call that, and like I don't know if you have your Lottie, or at least just point at him. Like I call what you carry a gun.
I call it Bubbles.
It's a good name.
As the Malkavian pulls out his Polish dueling sabers.
I think it's cavalry. My happy sword and my normal sword. Well, I don't know if you have any other business to attend to, but that's all I have for you, Mr. Ash.
I mean, you could also tell him that Carlo was looking for him, or...
Oh, by the way, sorry. It's, just popped into my head. Out of nowhere.
Like God just spoke to me.
I'm not sure I'm on his good list. So maybe he's just trying to fuck with me, but Carlo was looking cool. Probably part of the whole little thing we're trying to get him to do. I mean, have him do of his own accord.
A visible scowl appears on Byric's face.
I mean,
the darkness peels away from under his hat to display the visible scowl, so great is its might.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just
The darkness
making you aware. You may want to shoot him in the chest, for all I know.
That was one of his stranger requests.
HTG.
I feel like it would have been HTG. I feel like it was somewhat cathartic for you, though.
No.
Oh.
It is what the youngins call blue balling.
It did 1 damage, I guess.
Well said.
He wasn't able to shoot his load.
He used the small gun, not the good one.
Well, as Byra contemplates being blue-balled by Carlo, Mark, let's go to you. It's a quick trip to Louis. Well-traveled.
As I just get out of my house and walk over one house.
I mean, probably, yeah. You live in the same neighborhood.
Rudy, your car over there?
I still take my, I'll take the 50s Phantom.
That's a pretty snazzy car you got. Pretty modern.
Are you phoning ahead or just showing up?
Just show up.
No, venture-to-venture protocol it implies that it requires that I call ahead, unlike most of my Koru. As I'm assuming one of it is his ghoul or his child. One of his child will answer. Childer?
Probably you hear the voice of Catherine Dubois on the other end.
And for the trios, mate?
Monsieur Zanne, how are you this evening?
Oh, I'm fine, madame, but would you please inform Mr. Fortier that I will be arriving to his estate shortly? I have some important matters to discuss.
She seems to hesitate for a second. Yes, of course. The master has informed me that you are always of priority when you wish to make a call. I will make sure he's ready to see you momentarily.
He has to put on his wig and powder his face.
Is there anything I should tell him in advance of your meeting?
No, just that there is a necessity for privacy. Not barring you or any of his attendants, more any extraneous guests.
This is understood.
That's when Carlo shows up.
What is the word in English? Understood without saying? You get my meaning. We shall await.
I understand.
Do you know what I am saying?
And will you be requiring refreshments when you arrive, Monsieur Sands?
Will I? Well, I could always go for a bite to eat.
Very well.
As long as I'm not intruding upon any reserves or stores.
It is but the hospitality, Monsieur Sands. We shall see you momentarily, oui?
Oui.
With that,
or that'd also be.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
No, with that, she hangs up and presumably begins making preparations. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that would have been a bad time to just default to Spanish and say "si" instead of "we." You're like, damn it.
Oui.
Wrong language.
call me weird for it, but I'm just not that... I don't understand the zeitgeist, the cult of personality surrounding the 10-foot mommy milkers vampire lady.
9'7".
Okay, that one.
It's one of those you get it or you don't kind of things.
As I said previously, I prefer the first vampire lady. But, that's just me. Well, there's fan porn of everything. I mean, yeah, Rule 34.
But not of us. Not yet.
Well, there's fans. Don't do it.
Actually, I stand corrected. There's fan porn of Xavier and Adam.
Yeah. You have to bring it up.
I guess it's not really porn, it's more sexual tension.
Hey man, say what you want, but that was one of Daestra's best works. What are they talking about, you might be wondering? That's because you're not a member of our Discord. Now, I've been saying at the end of every episode to join our Discord. If you're not there yet, I just can't help you. Alright, we love you, Imp.
Night, Imp.
Good luck with school, you nerd.
Don't die, did.
But yes, I will get in my vehicle and make a quick drive over.
Alright. As you arrive, the front of the mansion is quite dark except for two lights. One, the front porch light, presumably in expectation of your arrival, and what is probably a corner office on the upper floor. As you approach, might not be terribly noticeable from several feet away, but as your car rolls up, you can see that the gate is open and ajar slightly.
Both open and ajar.
Interessante. Now, if it's open enough, if somebody has to get out to open it, I'll let the driver get down, finish opening it, and drive in. I have an appearance to upkeep in front of the other Ventru.
Very well. He drives you round the car park to the front door. There is no valet station to take the car.
That's understandable. I'll just have him keep the car running as I get down and knock on the front door myself.
There is no answer.
After giving it a gentlemanly amount of time, I will check the door, and if it is open, I will head up to the lit office.
You do find it unlocked. And as you push open, Louis' palatial foyer is well lit. And it doesn't take much mental imagining to realize that from the foyer to the stairs leading up to a hallway on the third floor, there does appear to be a trail of lights leading into the depths of the mansion.
In which case, I will follow.
As you make your way to the third floor, down the hallway, it's deathly silent, save for the scratch of a pen behind a slightly cracked door. Even your footsteps are swallowed by the plush carpeting beneath your feet. Do you take anyone into the mansion with you? Or are you just going by yourself?
No, I'm going by myself, and I told my driver to leave the car running, as I usually do, just in case if there's an emergency.
What do you do?
I will go up to the door and just kind of rap on the door frame if it's slightly open. Gently rapping at the chamber door.
You hear Louis say, "Enter."
In which case I will oblige.
He smiles as you push open the door. Monsieur Zance, how are you this evening?
Monsieur Fortier, burning the midnight oil, I presume?
And you can see he's making his way through a considerable pile of paper that he's sorted into 3 separate piles at this point. On the KM music, hey man, that's on autoplay. I didn't do crap. Is this not the nature of our kind? Forgive me, I was in a bit of work when you called, but as Miss Dubois said, you are always welcome here. Please sit. She said you specifically requested privacy, so that is why the mansion was a bit unwelcoming. I hope you understand. You must forgive her. She has not yet returned with the meal you requested. Initials. For some reason, when you said that, my mind went to KMFDM, and I wasn't sure if you were making a reference.
Angry industrial European music blaring in the French mansion.
Just like the homeland.
How noticeable is the activation of something like Auspex? Like, is there like any kind of eye dilation that happens?
I always it depends on what you're doing. If you're boosting senses, then probably. I always imagined aura perception took place as like a glow in the eyes, because I've seen a couple LARPers do that, but that's just me. Telepathy, no. Yeah, Hot Trash Gaming is that's our good buddy Eric Zanne. So yeah, it depends on what power you're using.
I was going to boost my sight, and I was wondering if that has like a noticeable effect on like the irises or the pupils.
It could, if you think he's of a mind to look for it.
I'll just try to take like a cursory glance without making it obvious as I briefly scan the papers as I walk into the room. Probably an old stockbroker habit.
Oh.
You can see that he's combing through just a bunch of different like property title deeds. In the city, across the country, you think there's a paper on the desk that says Wyoming.
As I sit down, I'll say making for an international takeover.
International is a bit of a stretch for me at the moment. Upon leaving the Camarilla, a lot of my business contacts, shall we say, we are no longer friends. So I have found myself needing to diversify.
Well, unfortunately for you, you can't have Louisiana back. Napoleon sold it fair and square.
We shall see. Everyone has their price now.
Oh, I know all too well.
What does you wish to speak to me, my friend?
Well, it is about conversations we previously had involving a certain... How would you say? A certain emerging clan within the city, a bit lowered in station since the revolution and the expulsion of Don Sebastian. I refer to the Giovanni.
The Giovanni.
It seems I've stumbled upon some information regarding their plans towards yourself, and I was hoping I could perhaps seek some of your advice on how to move forward with something.
At this point, he lays his pen on the desk, focuses on you with rapt attention. You have my undivided attention, my friend. Please.
Well, they clearly see you as well as others such as McNeil and Mr. Murphy Fierro as...
There's an iron-pressed smile spread across his face. You're not quite sure if he's expressing amusement or dismay, or perhaps a mix, but it's definitely something along those lines.
It seems as though they wish to court you in various manners and have, let's say, more information than would be able to be found publicly about you and your desires and movements within the city, and they plan on making use of that, as they wish to further ingrain themselves with you and the aforementioned parties.
Forgive me if I seem forward, but I'm afraid I must ask you for specifics.
Can I recall the specifics that Carlo Martino told me?
Let's go with intelligence politics. At a difficulty 8.
At a difficulty 8. You should have gone higher. 4 successes.
Ooh. So Carlo didn't give you a whole lot of specifics since he probably didn't get a whole lot of specifics himself. You know that the Giovanni have put the milliner branch of the family sort of in charge of making overtures towards Louis and trying to make themselves as useful as possible.
Judging from the papers I'm looking at, and from what I've seen of the Giovanni, I'm assuming would I logically be able to make the assumption that it might involve property, or knowing the Giovanni, perhaps something more esoteric that I have noticed that Fortier wants from communicating with him and seeing things he works on?
Don't you have a specialty in kindred lore?
I do.
Okay. Mark Zantz is 100% the kind of person that would keep abreast of the goings-on in the city, who's who, that sort of thing. So between your specialty, your knowledge of the occult, and the fact that you have a friend in the clan, eventually you probably would have put 2 and 2 together to find out that the milliners are bankers. So if the milliners are involved, we're probably talking about something like loans or capital, collateral, things of that nature.
Well, I believe it might refer to the very documents they're working on right now. It seems as though they've appointed the milliner branch of the family to work on your case, so to speak. I don't think you're in financial straits, but I do believe they are planning on making perhaps financial overtures towards your investments. But we know in our kind that even money doesn't come without its blood price, should we say.
The milliners? Yes, he spoke to me the other day. The Giovanni must be using a very fine razor, I think, to scrape the bottom of the barrel that thinly. The milliners are pretenders, the Giovannis themselves. Ventru is a different accent, you know what I mean? They think.
Well, from what old Papa Edward Alfred's told me, they are not as well established as we are, going back only a few hundred years as compared to our millennia. If you believe those sorts of stories, which I am finding myself lending credence to more and more every night.
My night-to-night pursuits do not permit me much time to scour the family trees of the local politicos. How to say this? I know that the Giovanni wants something from me. It is my presumption, as a former primogen of the Camarilla, that any vampire who approaches you wants something. You as well, but if it's any consolation, I tend to suppose that you are more forthright with your desires.
Contrary to what people assume is our nature, I'm not much one for this duplicitousness. I prefer my deals to be over the table unless the other party proves themselves to be, as you put it, less forthright about their desires and their machinations.
As I said, that is why you are one of the few in my confidence. Do you think I would leave my front door open for half the other vampires in the city?
I believe you to be smarter than that. You after all, have a century or two at least above me.
So, the milliners, this concerns you. Goddamn, I'm slipping into German. It's on C. It's... Where is it?
Faza?
This has worried you enough for you to come see me? Tell me why.
Let's say I've been scouring the delves and the dungeons, so to speak, of the Giovanni for the past couple of weeks, and, well, to use a bit of an Americanism, they have their fingers in many pies, and if they were a spider web, I would find myself constantly pulling more and more threads. I'm not saying that they have anything upon you, but there's a good chance they know what you want, and they plan on making use of that, whatever that may be. But I do believe I will find myself in possession of an opportunity to find out exactly what they want with you. And perhaps that information would be useful to you.
Of course it would be useful to me. Of course, there's something I want from this milliner as well.
Perhaps you would elucidate me on this matter.
It is simple, no? He thinks he can use me. I have much more use for him instead. To have eyes and ears in the Giovanni. He thinks he's buying his way into my confidence. He's not. I know what they're up to. The Giovanni have an eye for the city ever since the Camarilla allowed them in.
Well, what if rather than having a single meatball of the big spaghetti pie that is the Giovanni, you could have the whole lasagna, so to speak? I don't know how familiar you are with their cuisine.
I know what lasagna is, thank you, Monsieur Zantz.
The whole cannoli.
My immediate concern would be how much of this responsibility you intend to trust with, what was the name of your friend, Monsieur Martino?
Friend's a strong word.
Throwing around a friend word? Whoa.
Friend is not a word in the Venture vocabulary. Yes. Business partner.
Yeah.
Let's say that his faults have been greatly exaggerated by his own clan. Quite on purpose. He was never intended to make it as far as he has, but he proves himself remarkably resilient.
That is fair. I have heard, frankly, quite interesting things from Monsieur McNeil. Is it true he charged into a burning building just to fight by his side?
Yes, it was something out of a Scottish epic, if I do say so myself. He would have done William Wallace proud.
That is unexpected. Perhaps we have underestimated the... what was the turn of phrase you used? The little meatball?
Yes. Or as my mother would have said, the little albondiga.
Don't. Damn it, Josh.
So forgive me if I truncate a bit, but you have a plan to bring the Giovanni under ventral control.
Essentially, yes, through a patsy within my coterie comrade, Mr. Carlo Martino. Should all go well, he will find himself the head of the household, at least within the region of LA.
My, you are trying to sabotage them. I'm sorry, that was mean.
And one down leadership, okay, Chess?
He seems to think for a moment. He purses his lips. He stares into the middle distance. I'm, of course, interested. I'd be a fool not to be. However, may I voice a concern of mine?
That is why I have sought you out for your expertise.
There is a quote that I'm quite fond of, though the original speaker escapes me at the moment. The flaw in every plan is the assumption that you know more than your enemy. The Giovanni are pretenders, make no mistake. However, they have had centuries to practice being such. And you should not discount that they could be just as conniving as Our kind can.
Well, that's the thing. I'm expecting them to be. And I'm expecting them to not expect for, let's say, the dregs of the wine they've discarded has become grappa as they have turned their eyes away from it.
Are you prepared to deal with the fallout from poking this nest of vipers?
I have been prepared for quite some time, I'd like to think.
You see, Monsieur Zantz, we do not have the security of the Camarilla anymore. Forgive me, I feel something may be lost in translation. The Anarch Free States are not yet stable. They are, as of this moment, little more than fiefs, and even then only officially. Once the Revolutionary Council approves the ideas of these baronies, then it will be entirely up to us to defend our own ground. If this goes bad enough, we could find ourselves divided, facing a very unified enemy. You understand what I'm saying?
Which is why we don't want, God, do I know where the Giovanni are centrally located in Italy?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
I know I know as a player where is it, the council? No, I'm thinking of the Tremere.
Vienna? Yeah. The Giovanni are not like us. The Giovanni have not joined one of the sects. In that regard, that is both a weakness and a strength. It is a weakness because they do not have the backing of the sects. It is a strength because they are not divided as the other clans are. If the Giovanni wants this city bad enough, shall we say, we do not wish to encourage them to take it by force.
Which is why we let them think they already have it when we have an Anarch as head of the Giovanni Mansion.
And you said that they underestimate this Carlo. What do you think is the probability that they will choose Carlo to lead the Giovanni, and not just simply send another of their own that they trust more?
Let's say of the Giovanni, nobody knows LA quite like Carlo Martino. Both the seedy motels to the Hollywood stars. And the plan is to put him in a profitable position.
How long were you a citizen of the Camarilla, Monsieur Zantz?
Oh, I'd say at least a decade.
Do you know how the prince is typically decided in a Camarilla domain?
The Primogen. Although he would like to think otherwise.
This depends. The Primogen can have their ideas, and certainly their word holds weight. But do you think that if I had any power over Don Sebastian, I would have allowed him to continue his excess? No. No, mon ami. It is not like this. The prince, while not quite democratically elected, needs to have enough support of those beneath him for his rule to be accepted. You understand? The reason that Don Sebastian held on to so much power, well, one, because most of my colleagues on the Primogen were ineffective, this is true, but also because the Toreador were so many and so numerous, and he allowed them so much excess, that it was the will of the people that he remained so. And it was the will of the people that he should be decapitated in his own home. Let us not forget. My concern is this. What is the American idiom about leading a horse to water? You can try to hammer the Carlo Martino peg into the round hole all you wish. The Giovanni might not accept it.
Well, thankfully, they tend to go from the bottom up rather than... or the top to bottom rather than bottom up when it comes to the placing of leadership. And it seems, or at least some have some faith in Carlo Martino. Despite their underestimating him.
Let me cut to the chase here. I do have misgivings, however. You are a very intelligent man, Zanne, and one that I feel fortunate to call an ally. If this is a path that you wish to take, then I will support you. I just hope you have considered the implications and that things may not go according to plan, especially where Monsieur Martino is concerned.
What are these implications?
Even if they don't immediately elect him to being head of the Giovanni household, he will be put in a more profitable position to become the next head once an opportunity arises. And let's just say that my specialty is creating opportunities where others see only walls.
He picks up his pen again and starts rhythmically tapping it against the desk as he sort of stares off to the side. How did you get this information about the milliners?
From Mr. Martino himself. After he was part of a meeting with the heads of the Giovanni family from out of the city.
Did he happen to give you any other information?
I'm afraid that is currently what he was entrusted with, although, as a member of the Giovanni, it would not be difficult for him to find out, and we plan on, let's say, taking the water straight from the source, either by tonight or by tomorrow night, is when I plan on having more information.
Well, the point that I'm getting at is, if you are cognizant of the wider operation, then perhaps the wisest course of action is for Carlo to cultivate repertoire. See, with the... Forgive me, I know how to say this in French, but in English... Have Carlo get the other members of his family on his side. Oui? In which case, when it does come time for the Giovanni to be elected or drawn out of a hat or draw the big spaghetti, I don't know how they do it.
I think they do it similar to the Pope. There's something about a smokestack.
When this time comes, they will be more willing to follow Carlo. Even if Carlo is ineffectual on his own. If they think he's capable, then your plan has a much better chance of succeeding.
Have you already met with the milliners?
As I said, we spoke on the phone. I have not met him face to face. He seems like a Weasley sort of person.
Perhaps you wouldn't mind if Carlo Martino personally introduced you to him.
I would not. Also, I think that perhaps we should talk this over with Carlo himself as well. Of course. Perhaps that is too many chefs in the kitchen. Perhaps I am better off as a silent participant in this regard. Who fell asleep watching hentai?
Not I.
Wait, did we lose you and then Josh?
It's all,
He said
We lost
he
you
said
and
too
then
many
Josh.
cooks. He said too many cooks. He's like, no, let's fix that.
I don't know why Discord likes to be like, hey, you've been on the video chat for a while, let me just refresh everything for you.
it'll refresh the cache for you, man. Yeah.
Mr. Fortier may continue.
Perhaps I should not interfere with your plan too much and just be a silent partner. But for what it's worth, I hope you succeed, Monsieur Zanne. I think Carlo Martino being in charge of the local Giovanni would, if nothing else, be terribly funny, and I have not had a very good laugh in perhaps centuries.
Not since the French Revolution?
Let's not talk about what side I was on the French Revolution. I was Camarilla until just a decade ago.
Oh, well, I'm sure it must have been a huge laugh when Robespierre finally got the guillotine himself.
You know, I haven't read his character bio in a while. I'm not even sure if Fortier was alive during the Revolution.
I'm like, do you miss it, the wigs, the puffy things?
This is far more comfortable.
I'm gonna be real with you. I've constantly just imagined Fortier with a puffy white wig this whole time.
Is there something that I can do for you now?
Let's say I was able to get a hold of the physical corpus of one Dante Giovanni. I fear that he may be a bit too old for my prying mind to enter his memories. Is there any chance you think you might be a little more successful in that matter?
He becomes very graven-faced. How powerful is this Dante? How many generations removed from Cain?
I don't think Carlo knows that, so I don't think he told me.
'Cause I don't know.
It would be impossible to say.
I myself am only 9 generations removed due to my sire, but I fear he might be 1 or 2 less generations removed than myself.
If I may, Monsieur Zanne, never ever tell someone how many generations removed you are. It is, shall we say, an invitation to an all-you-can-eat buffet, especially when there are so many sin bloods as we have in the city.
Well, perhaps I might need to do something about that someday.
As you will, Monsieur Zanne, I personally find the practice... What is the word? Not particularly disgusting, but perhaps gauche, although that is maybe my my Camarilla speaking again.
Déclassé, I say.
It is not a gentlemanly thing to do, to eat one's enemies. If I find myself disdaining a man so much that I am willing to kill him, I don't want him floating around inside me. But I am of the minority in that regard.
I believe the term we used for that back in the 20s was smash and grab when it came to corporations and stocks. Different times. But thank you for your advice. I shall perhaps call upon you tonight again or tomorrow, should that be to your agreement.
My door is open to you, Monsieur Zanne. So, if you interrupt me in front of a stack of paperwork again, I'll have to ask you to bring a pen next time.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get through that stack in no time.
I kid, of course. Do you wish to wait for your refreshments? Miss Dubois has still not returned.
Tell her to keep it on ice, if she doesn't mind.
I'm sure she will have very little issue with that. Alright, so with that, we go back to Carlo Martino. Carlo, how do you get a hold of Angelina?
I'm assuming I have a number to her, or do that, I would just try to find a car to drive to.
I believe you were given a number to contact Dawn Kavanaugh. So you also know that she's staying at the mansion in Malibu. You could contact her that way.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna try to do. Call her through Malibu. Ring a ring.
Okay.
Or should I talk to Barry Cash first, or
That's your choice. That is entirely up to Carlo Martino. Carlo Martino also telepathies Biocash.
like
That might get you shot.
just like look at myself and be like, not yet.
If you ever do that, I'm gonna shoot myself and then you.
I don't know why,
Do my
but
niche, man.
Carlo Martino seems like the kind of guy who has a hamburger phone.
No, that's what I'm saying, Yusuf, is I don't, off the top of my head, remember his character bio. He could be, he could not. I really don't remember. I think he did have something to do with it. Sorry, continue.
He was the first one killed.
He was Robespierre all along.
That was a quick switcheroo they did with the body then.
Being Angelina.
Okay.
Can I speak?
So you called the mansion at Malibu.
Yeah.
The phone answers. Can I get a perception alertness roll from you, please?
Got the Onyx Dice app opening up.
Quick, Adam, do the pitch. Give him the Raid Shadow Legends of the Onyx Dice app.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Dice too far away. Get your phone out and roll dice on your phone, you nerds. You have phones, don't you? I don't know.
Get the fuck out of here.
You could have just done it with the Onyx Dice app. You have a phone, don't you?
Yeah, there you go.
I hope Diablo
What?
Immortal ends up being cool. I really do.
I wonder if it will ever actually exist.
The perception alertness?
Yeah.
Oh, standard difficulty?
Yeah.
Oh, got one success.
You recognize the voice on the other end as the ghoul that you spoke to the other night. As she answers the phone, she seems out of breath. There's some sort of commotion or something going in the background. There's a lot of background noise happening, but you can't quite put it together what it is.
Nice.
Hello, Don Kavanaugh's mansion. Can I help you?
So, Carl, this is Mr. Martino. Trying to speak to Angie.
Angie?
Yes. Angie Giovanni.
That's not the name she goes by.
There's no one here by that name, sir. I think you've got a wrong number.
You gotta use her super secret set type name.
My brain's out. Is that Angie? Isn't it? I just heard it right now. Fuck. Angelina? No, fuck. I didn't write it down. I should have wrote it down.
All right, Adam. Give me intelligence occult roll at an 8.
Well, I can do that for sure. Well, maybe. Depends how many rolls I roll. Once I roll.
And now that Carlo is super smart.
Yeah.
He wised up
He said there's a
over
little
a single
occult.
night.
He said there's a little occult. Got 4 successes.
4 successes. The name that she gave you was Neath.
I'm sorry. Terribly sorry. Can you get me to Neath?
Oh, Neath. There's a pause for a second. She's a little busy at the moment. I don't think she'd want to be disturbed. Can I have her call you back, or...
Yeah, just tell her, some family business. Oh, the Italian family business. And Carlo Martino called. Well, I guess I'll leave the number to the hotel that I'm in. I guess.
That would be helpful.
Yes.
The extension.
Yeah. The extension. Yeah. And just give her a call when she can.
All right. Anything else?
And what is that? Where were you at? Why is it noisy in the background? Or better not say. Better not say. It's all fine. That's all. That is all.
Thank you. Click.
Pizza.
What do you do in the meantime?
Practically contact Virus Ash.
I put something on my shoulders, on my chest, or whenever I get shot. I feel less of it.
You won't feel it for long.
Do I still feel it? I guess I do still feel as a vampire, though. I will call Barrack's library house if I know the number.
Byrick, does your Haven have a working phone?
It did
It's a
at one
library
point.
in the 50s.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a condemned library in the 50s, isn't it?
Is it?
I thought it was. I thought you were the only one that ever went in there. But if you wanna retcon that or establish that it isn't, maybe I was just misunderstanding.
Nah, I guess we can roll with that.
No, what do you want? My understanding was that you told me it was a condemned library. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
It is not that important to me.
Okay, then make a decision.
Yes.
Okay. So then again, you have a phone in the condemned library? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Byrick's phone rings. There is no answer.
Huh. If he's not there,
Must be at the clubhouse.
yeah.
There is unfortunately a safe assumption if you can't reach somebody at their house, whose house they might be at.
Delightfully foreign person. No, just kidding. I'll call Mark Soundspansion then.
Virginia answers the phone. Marks answers.
Virginia.
Virginia?
Excuse me, Virginia, is a Barrack Ash there?
Oh, hello,
By chance?
Carlo.
You don't have to talk to me in that way.
Would you have given Virginia any instruction whatsoever, like if my coterie calls and I'm not here?
Hang up the phone. No, at this
What's up?
At this point, it's pretty well established that my house is the de facto meeting place, and for the sake of ease of communication, I assume my phone is used as a central hub / Jibril's Owls, or more clandestine.
Well, of course he's here, Mr. Martino. Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah, but she has been given specific instructions to be sarcastic about things now.
Okay.
Just so Carl will never be sure.
You think you'd bother him to have him talk to me? If he's not busy, of course.
Oh, I'm sure they're doing nothing important in the secret drawing room. Hold, please.
What theme music do I want to listen to?
As Klaus and
There is no theme music. She didn't turn it on for you.
Klaus and Byrick, as you guys are in the drawing room, there's a knock on the door.
Yes?
Mr. von Blittersdorf, is Mr. Ash still with you?
Yes he is.
Would you please inform him that he has a call in the, let's say, the library for him? Mr. Martino wishes to get a hold of him. I'm sure he'll be thrilled.
Sure thing. Byrick, did you catch all that?
I'll let you handle this.
He says to the
don't-
Lottie.
I don't. Oh God. I don't blame you. Sure. I'll. Wait, what's Zance's assistant name again?
His
Virginia.
Virginia. Right? The main one?
Yes. Well, I only have one goal and a bunch of servants, basically.
Oh. But this was Virginia that was talking to me, right?
Yes.
I'm not crazy? Okay. I mean, I am crazy, but I'm not crazy.
She is the official vampire business liaison.
She's impressive. I'm a big fan. So yeah, I'll show myself out of the clubhouse room.
As you get to Zance's library, there is a phone off the hook, waiting upon a very elegant marble side table.
Hang it up.
And Zance has good taste. Give him that. Pick up the phone and... Hello?
You don't sound like Barrick at all. You changed your voice, sir.
Who are you? How did you get this number? Hey, bro.
Yes. This is... I have a bit of a cold.
Oh man, this is almost as good as when fucking who was it that pretended to be Gabriel? Fuck, I don't remember.
Oh,
but this...
wasn't it me?
Was it you? Oh man, yeah, this is I love it when this happens. Go, continue.
And I think you must be calling me from a place with a slightly bad connection. What do you want, Carlo?
To be honest, I don't know yet, but I know I needed. We might need your help in the future. I'm gonna.
Don't
Might
you
need you as a
always?
backup. Yes, I'm sorry.
Hang on, the Malkavian wants to say something. What? Tell him I say hi! The Malkavian says hi.
Yeah, Barry would relay the message, or would he? I don't know.
Byron has a personal code of politeness.
He has his own code of politeness. He did ask if I wanted to be
Incomprehensible, but does exist.
Yeah.
Alright, Carl, let's cut to the chase. You need to work on your people skills and being able to tell the difference between voices, because that was a terrible impression. Byrick is currently handling something in Zance's drawing room. You have clout. What do you need? I mean, clearly you need our help, but, well, Byrick's help. I mean, I feel like I'm just coterie adjacent at times.
Well, you're also very useful, Klaus. Thank you for
Oh, I know.
raising our boy.
And also saving my life on multiple occasions.
He wasn't conscious.
Life yet.
Like, it's cool.
I don't know. Yeah.
I work from the sideline. I'm unseen.
The unseen hand.
Something like that. The unseen pat on the back. So where exactly are we supposed to go to help you?
Klaus is the big bad of the story, actually.
Oh my God. No, please no.
He's
You don't need to start that.
waiting for the Giovanni, and
Start your fan theories.
Oh no.
he's actually Griffith.
Oh, you monster. You disgust me.
Technically, no, but I think there's like an Asimite power that Jabril's been trying to get that would allow that to happen, or something similar.
Right, so you'll need our help at the Giovanni Mansion. Is that what you're saying? Do you know about when that is going to go down? Like, I appreciate the heads up, but
I don't know when yet. I need to get all the pieces together still.
do we need to meet up prior, or are you gonna end up swinging back by the clubhouse?
I'll swing by later after I get one piece of the puzzle, hopefully.
Can I ask what you're after?
Just an insurance policy in case.
I mean, I kind of thought Byrick was the insurance policy. Have you seen that guy?
No, that's why. But you never know. It might be more than two bullets can handle, two guns can handle. But I don't know. I've seen that guy work. He does miracles.
Yeah, no kidding.
Joke's on you. I have 3 guns.
If something can survive 2 bullets from him, I don't want to fight it.
I got one down so far, so let's see.
I mean, you took a pebble to the chest. You didn't get the full bubble.
You didn't see that.
I didn't have to see it. I heard it.
Just Byrick takes out the Conqueror worm with 3 rounds from the waddy.
All right.
So
well,
whenever the bird friend shoots himself to stop.
I suppose the one of us will probably at least hang tight. Probably better for me to do it, at least. So, shit gets weird. You know where to call. Do you know where Zance is, or if he'll be back anytime soon, or is he with you, or?
I think when you go talk to one of the other pieces, the puzzle.
Gotcha.
So,
well,
you were there when.
Man, I got a lot of things going on in my head. I can't keep track of everything.
I understand.
But, yeah, keep yourself safe, Carlo. Don't forget you're kind of one of these pieces.
No promises.
Hey, I'm not taking that, man. Get back here. We'll see you in a bit.
See you later.
Kissies.
Hang up the phone. Oh my god. This guy is gonna get somebody killed. And I will return to the drawing room.
Byrick, Klaus returns.
Looks like Carlo's gotten some piece of the puzzle out of the way. Should be swinging back here soon. I told him. Yeah, I know you're not the biggest fan. I can't say as I blame you, but I told him at least one of us would be here, so yeah. You have at least.
What did he want with me?
The usual insurance policy, needing your help,
protection.
Yeah. I think at this point the only reason why you put up with him is because if anyone else kills him, you're gonna be pissed that you didn't get it.
Not necessarily, no.
I've been wrong before, but it almost feels like a big brother kind of thing. Like, hey, don't pick on him because I'm gonna be the one to kill him. But you know yourself better than I do, so.
Carlo, about an hour goes by until finally the phone rings at your motel.
Unfortunately, you're in the bathroom, so you missed it.
I was too busy in the other. I was too busy in the graveyards looking for bodies.
The irony is that we have a body here.
Yeah. I can't.
What's in the box? Yes.
I answered the phone. Yes, yeah.
Carlo,
Hello?
is everything all right?
Yes, and possibly. Well, yes, yes.
Oh,
For
forgive me.
now.
If I had known it was you, I would have stepped away a long time ago. Don't worry, we're having that ghoul punished as we speak. What can I do for you?
No need to punish. It's.
And be like, yes, spank her.
It's just, she's just doing her job. She doesn't know me that well. But. I guess I
Or she
won't-
knows you better than most.
Unless
Either doesn't know you at all or knows you too well.
Or if she's into it, then fine. But,
That'd be super embarrassing though if you were a ghoul and your vampire donor supplier just spanked you like a child over the knee. You don't speak to guests that way.
unless Mark tells you to. Well, I guess I have two. I guess a couple of propositions, or I don't know how to say it otherwise.
You have my ear, Carlo. Just tell me what you need to say.
You know how what was the the other Giovanni's name? I didn't have it written down.
Dante?
Dante.
Dante,
Dante!
you're just dead weight.
I was gonna make that joke. You beat me to it.
You can't challenge me in my natural element.
Because Dante wanted a scapegoat for the things that I did. He wanted me to blame it on you, but I reluctantly.
I nobly turned him down, admonishing him for his implied betrayal.
Yeah, I turned it. I played the dumb fool, as you know. But I have a plan to get back at him for trying to do that whole thing again. But
She sighs
And
heavily. There's
need
really
someone-
nothing I can say to convince you to step away from all this, is there?
it's just once I get all the revenge, maybe. But you know,
Revenge begets revenge, Carlo. You're going to
I
make
know.
more enemies, and then where will you be?
I'm gonna be killing them.
I'll be at the top of the gravestones.
I can't tell you what to do, Carlo. If this is truly what you wish for yourself, then I will support you.
And that's why you're the best cousin.
I wonder
always support
sometimes,
me.
Carlo, but these are the tenets that I hold ideal, and I can only hope that that you know the best path for you.
But I also want your opinion on the plan we have hashed out, me and my coterie.
Very well, let's hear it.
You know, rehash the.
I need to know what exactly you say to her.
I told her that we plan to put the blame on Dante and try to. And if it's okay, we can implant the memories. If we can implant the memories into his mind that he was at the place, the mansion, like another mansion where I guess they can dress it up to be all occulty, like that mansion is, and
Carlo, what exactly do you intend to portray Dante as he has done?
is the scapegoat, or is the villain he was looking for to the higher ups?
Right. Specifically how?
By reporting him to the. I'm assuming there's a current higher up than him in the Giovanni. To.
Okay, let's break this down. Because immediately there's a few holes in your plans. Number one, Dante was put forward as the current head of the family because right now he's the highest in Los Angeles. Now, if you want to go above him, you would have to report him to the delegate that the Anziani sent. Do you remember who that was?
No.
Isabel.
Honestly.
You would have to speak with Isabel. Now, here's the problem. It usually takes someone who's in high regard to contact Isabel in the first place, as she is a very busy woman. And with all due respect, Carlo, none of our blood thinks higher of you than I do, but the Martino family is not very well regarded, nor are they considered very important within the familial hierarchy, which means you're going to need to get somebody higher than you to contact her for you. And currently, the only high-ranking, and let's put that in quotes, currently the only high-ranking Giovanni in town that could contact Isabel is Dante.
I see.
Secondly, how do you intend to frame him for these crimes to Isabel? You would have to put forth that Dante somehow let intruders into the mansion when he was known to not frequent it previously, which is the entire reason he was not there on the night that Sophia was devoured. Thirdly, you would have to give him some sort of motive for sharing Giovanni's secrets, of which he has every reason not to, and also for eliminating Mauricio. Now, I suppose if Mauricio was in the way of his ascension, that could take care of itself, but it's not automatically assumed. You cannot bring me a strand of thread, my love, and call it a spider web. It just does not do, especially in our family. They are far too suspicious for that. Even if you do implant Giovanni with false memories, why do you believe he would share them?
What do you suggest then?
You know what I suggest, Carlo.
Well,
You know what I want you to do, but I have no power to make you do it.
Well,
That means she doesn't have dominate.
I mean, she could, it just goes against her religion.
Unless Carlo's above her on the pecking order. It's like, I would dominate you.
Carlo
Like,
is actually
you
pretty
people.
powerful. Like,
Fucking
legitimately,
dude
if you wanted
Wheaties.
to lobotomize Dante, he's probably the best bet. He's like, aren't you like just Gen 6?
let me look. The 7th?
yeah,
you're
I'm
7?
Gen
Okay.
6.
Gotcha. Yeah, I thought he
So
was
we
like,
teach Byron dominate.
I thought he was like a couple steps removed from an antediluvian. I was like, Carlo's kind of ludicrously powerful.
Antediluvian Carlo.
Well, technically, the Giovanni do still have an antediluvian. Augustus is still extant, so if he were to diablerize Augustus, he could be the Giovanni antediluvian.
And now we figured out our long game.
Keep climbing the ladder.
And then that's how the Giovanni got wiped out by the Second Inquisition and became the Hakata. See, it all makes sense in lore. I mean, my court of law or your court of law? Because my court of law is kind of a circus. I like V5 personally. I think they did a lot of good things with the lore. But to each their own.
So you're saying we have to have the lore, but the gameplay of E20. Everybody happy.
I mean, I've done that already. That's what our Chicago by Night Chronicle's been.
Yeah. I remember. I remember. We made our own lore. With blackjack and hookers. Oh. And then, Angie, I know how you are leaving LA soon. And, I'm sorry, but my rage fills me. I cannot join you.
You're aching blood, Adam.
Yeah.
I want
Despite
you to
all
use...
your rage.
This is Giovanni in the cage.
I hadn't expected you to be honest. I've anticipated this.
But,
It's a damn shame. You could have such advantages in Cairo that aren't here. The social strata is completely different. Well,
all vampires have similar structures, but I understand.
You like your structure better than this one.
be that as it may, Carlo, if you believe this is the path for you, then as I said, I support you.
But I also... Would you be kind enough to teach my child the ways of the vampire if you... For I am no well-teaching teacher.
I don't want to raise him.
I don't want to fuck them up like they fucked me up.
Yeah. For at least a year, so...
Alfredo, why would you want me to take Alfredo?
He needs a good family.
His,
He needs a mother's love.
I don't know how to teach you. I'm too fixated on rage that I can't teach him the right way. You
Feels like a 50s movie.
You're more calm, collective.
I have more experience, this is true,
Or
but
sure,
do you believe yourself incapable? There
At
are
least for
plenty of
now.
mortal parents that find themselves in position of parenthood with no idea. They figure it out as they go.
But
Man, you are a deadbeat dad. You fucking vamp this corpse for no reason. I'll just as a spur of the moment thing, and then like I can't raise this thing.
By the way, I would like to remind you that Alfredo is in the motel room, and you have not told him of your plans.
I thought I told him already.
No. So right
He's
now
hearing
he's just
this
sort
for
of
the first
looking
time.
at you wide-eyed.
I thought I asked him like, would you?
Did you?
I thought I
Yeah,
did.
I think you
but-
did have that conversation. Okay, never mind.
It was mentioned that he might be better off in Cairo than with him.
And I gave him the option, but
Yeah,
he,
but you told that was with the implication that he was going to follow you. That was the conversation that you guys had.
Okay.
Carlo, forgive me, but have you properly taken stock of the situation that you're in? You're asking me to take your child to Cairo and leave you here, possibly without any allies that you can trust.
How dare she?
You know I don't trust your coterie, Carlo.
And I know you can't, but I can in their strange ways. They are upfront with their manipulation, which makes it simple for my I would say smooth brain. But they make it simpler for they.
I ain't the smartest one not around. I knows that.
Carlo,
I'm a tender rabbit, George.
you hear like this really heavy shuddering sigh on the other end and a sniffle. Carlo, I think you're asking me to leave you here to die.
Go on without me, kid. It's what's right for everyone.
Go on, get.
I have no intention to die. Not yet, but I do need a better plan so I don't die.
I am shocked as shit you didn't say, but I'm already dead.
I am undead. I picked up the phone. I'm just kidding.
Click.
Carlo died over 50 years ago.
The
But
real
with
Carlo.
eons, even death may die.
Carlo died whenever he was. As soon as he entered the motel the first time.
You could have been badass at him. You could have been like Carlo Martino died when he ate his cousin.
Yeah.
Now it's Carlo Giovanni.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that cool? I need to put points into that, Josh. I'm not cool enough for that speech yet. Performance.
Did you put any of those dots into performance, Adam?
Nope.
What do you mean? Do you think he spent XP?
I still got 22 left. I spent 3 today. But I have no intention to die. Not until my mission is complete. Oh, before that leads me.
Let me put this to you the only way I know how. Come to the airport tomorrow, 8 p.m. Don't be late. I will help you as much as I can.
You hear that, Carlo? She's telling you what to do. You know what you have to do now. Eat her. She's trying to control you like everyone else.
But everybody else controlled me. I'm just a puppet on many strings.
You are the most tangled puppet ever.
But I can't
Someday Adam will be like the Marvel MCU Ultron, claiming he has no strings on him anymore.
Today is not that day.
With the creepy rendition of the song from Pinocchio.
There ain't no strings on me.
Perhaps voiced by James Spader. Well, I don't know if Adam was going to, but I was going to go back to my mansion.
Okay, I was going to you next. I'm just trying to see if Carlo needs anything else from her.
Carlo doesn't have a mansion.
That's true.
Oof. Called out.
Is there anything else from you, Carlo?
Just, do you believe with my current, I guess, what is it called? Power from, I guess, descendant from Cain. You think I am more potent than Dante?
Cain is a usurper, Carlo. And I have no idea how powerful Dante is.
Understandable. Thanks for all the advice, cousin.
I only wish it had mattered, Carlo. I really, truly wish it had mattered. And with that,
It does
click
matter.
on the other end.
But like, I said bye. I got butter. Yeah.
Call her back. Call her back.
No, that's it for now. Yeah.
So Alfredo just kind of looks at you. So
So what
you
the
was gonna
fuck?
send me to Cairo by myself?
You won't be by yourself though. I know. You really want to stay with a mess up like me?
Carlo, you're all I got. Look at me. What am I supposed to do in Cairo by myself, looking like I got stitched together?
You could play an Egyptian. I don't know.
Oh my god, mummies. Like, that's normal for 'em, right?
Look, I don't know, they got mummies and shit over there. You cover yourself with toilet paper.
So what? You pulled me back from the brink of death to fucking
No.
abandon me, is that it?
No, you were dead.
No. I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to break your heart. But I know it's already broken.
What about me? What about me? I look like I speak Egyptian to you? What am I supposed to do in Cairo?
They speak English over there as well, I believe. I am so.
Is that one of the cops in Casablanca?
There's no way Carlos seen Casablanca.
Oh, and by the way, while I'm asking questions here, did I get a say in this? At any point, did you ask me what I wanted to do? I told you that I'd follow you where you went because you were all I got. And if you were going to Cairo, maybe. You know, I'm not sold on the idea. But it's better than just be shipping me off by myself with some crazy lady I don't even know.
Very, very true. You don't know her.
You know what, Carlo?
Neither do I. But I'm sorry, Alfredo. I'll give him a hug.
And then you have to, wipe your cheek off.
Perception?
The pus.
No. Give me a manipulation empathy. Out of 7. Or you either manipulation or charisma. I'll let you pick.
I have no charisma, so manipulation, yeah. 7? No.
Yeah.
You gotta hit him. You gotta hit him with that I didn't want to fuck you up like they fucked me up talk.
Yeah. You got 2 successes.
2 successes. So immediately he seizes you by the shoulders and try to push you away. But as you tighten your grip, eventually he just kind of acquiesces.
Like I don't want them to fuck. I don't want the city to fuck you up like it did fuck me up, man.
And fucked up, Carlo. This whole week has been fucked up. I just killed a hooker in a hotel room. I watched you throw her out a goddamn window. This whole week has been nothing but fucked up.
Do you want to be fuck ups together then, or do you want to go and be a better version of me? I suppose with crazy lady that we don't know.
Wow, you are quite this, wordsmith.
And
I don't know what I want no more, Carlo. I don't know what I want.
See, that's the same with me. I don't know if you.
When your mom and I had you, you were young. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just a kid.
I was gonna say, put this in the context of being like a mortal human child with the father, and your father giving you this talk.
You want to go with the healthcare work?
The context is slightly different. I mean, you guys are cousins closer in actual age, but imagine it was like, it's better if you go with this strange woman to Cairo than to stay with me.
What are you staying for? What are you gonna accomplish here? I mean, look, no disrespect, but nobody likes you. Your friends don't even like you.
Some of us like him.
Nobody likes anyone in the vampire world. That's why it's so harsh. We all just use each other to benefit ourselves. And I've been using you too, Alfredo. Every time you drink my blood, you get closer to being under my control. But
Wait,
I don't know
what?
if I want to do it anymore.
Wait, what have you been doing to me?
Why would you tell him this?
Yeah, I'm gonna spill the truth out to you, Alfredo. I didn't know what you're capable of, and I was scared.
Carlo, how am I supposed to... I can't trust you no more, Carlo.
I know.
I don't know.
That's why
I don't know. And he
Get deoperized.
starts moving towards the hotel room door.
he runs out the door.
He's moving
Or-
in that direction.
And everyone's gonna see a walking corpse.
I'm gonna grab him by the legs.
You're gonna tackle him to the ground?
Suplex. Suplex.
Just,
Strength brawl.
Sweep the leg. I mean, he's 2 blood points bloodbound, Adam. You can probably convince him this is for his own good.
Yeah.
Or just vomit more, another blood point into his mouth.
Just hold it open.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, you tackle him to the fucking ground. Get off me! Get the fuck off me as he starts kicking at you.
Yeah, Carlo's kind of a beefcake now. Forgot.
Alfredo, a beefcake, Alfredo, an beefcake, Harlow. No, gonna get a fan out of
You
that.
dumped a whole bunch of points into combat skills, right?
But not brawl, at least melee and firearms mostly. Yeah.
So he tries kicking at you, but it just kind of thumps in fleshy areas, doesn't do any actual damage.
I've never been a father before. I didn't know if I need to control you or try to raise you with tender love. This was so hard.
I agree with Mazzy. Throw him out the window.
Once again, not what you would want to hear your father say.
So you lied to me. You lied to me. You're trying to give me a sob story. Does it usually work for you? You just go through a vampire world, give people sob stories? Get the fuck off of me.
That's
It's like, actually, yes.
to be. Alfredo, just any question.
Uncomfortably accurate.
Any question you want to ask now? I'll answer it truthfully. No strings attached.
Yeah,
No.
why don't you go fuck yourself? Roll strength.
I've already done that.
What?
The strength though.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, I didn't. I got 1 success.
Okay. Roll again. You can add potence to this, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I have all the things I forgot I have.
Very on brand.
Still 2 successes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm strong.
I only have 1 potence though.
You're able to hold him and pin him down as he tries to get away. I need you to make a frenzy roll for Alfredo.
Adam, you brought him back into this world. You have to bring him back out.
Yeah.
Baby bird him.
Self-control difficulty 7.
Jesus. Got 2 successes.
Okay. So he pops fangs, his eyes start going wide. You can tell the beast hasn't taken him yet, but it's coming. And with that, we return to Mark Zantz as he goes home.
So I assume I get home and Virginia tells me I have 2 guests.
Oh, absolutely.
Virgin!
2 guests and a phone call from Martino. Although she's not entirely certain what she wanted besides Byrick Ash.
Well, at least this time I told them to reconvene here, although Mr. Ash seems to have found his way here of some other accord. But, I'm going to go to my office, and I'm going to pull out some papers.
Okay.
Specifically, I'm going to pull out all the financial documents I received from
Giovanni.
From the Giovanni mansion.
Done. Title deeds as well for the dirty businesses?
I have the title deed. Yeah, I have the title deeds. I have the records of where the money laundering happens. I have the bank account routing numbers for the family in Venice, as well as the deed to the graveyard for the deli, the laundromat, an Italian restaurant, and tobacco store. And I'm going to start seeing whose names everything is actually in, or if it's like under some kind of like LLC or something like that.
Shell companies. Okay. So the easiest way to do this is, it's probably not the first time you've done it. We can just resolve this as a downtime activity. So they all go to different, like, fucking shell companies, different front companies, and those front companies essentially all end up redirecting to Mauricio. They have not been changed yet because at the point when these were created or last drawn up, Mauricio was still alive.
Asterisk.
Well, yeah.
So they're all in Mauricio's handwriting. So I want to look at these papers and see how well I can start getting an idea of Mauricio's handwriting.
That is very interesting. You wouldn't happen to have any dots in craft, would you?
In craft, I do not. For my skills, I have etiquette, firearms, melee, and performance.
How is your... I forget if it's security or larceny in this edition. I think it's larceny.
I don't see larceny in my character.
It's in skills.
It's in skills? Oh yeah, there it is. I do not have larceny.
Okay. You can try and copy it, but it's pretty sloppy, and you can obviously tell the difference. If you want to really try and mimic this, I would ask you to buy dots in like Craft Legerdemain or Craft Forgery, something like that.
Well, that's what I'm going to start doing. Is I'm going to use my near eidetic memory to start analyzing the documents and start practicing writing things in Mauricio's handwriting.
Okay. Are you doing this in the drawing room with the other two?
No, I'll be doing it in my office.
Okay. I would ask if you're just going to leave your friends in the drawing room to go about their business, but that's usually what happens.
Smells like death in there.
Yeah, there's a weird smell in your house now.
In that case, I would probably start practicing and put the pen down and then kind of head to the drawing room to where the smell's coming from.
Okay. Now I'm going to pull a tool out of my storyteller box, which I think actually comes from V5 or LARP. I'm not really sure, but I'm pulling this from another version of Vampire. Carlo, dramatically, how do you want this scene with Alfredo to end? What do you think is the most interesting?
So the dice roll is the most interesting to be honest.
The what now?
To see how the dice roll to see if he gets me or if Carlo controls him. But let the dice decide.
All right.
So be the
Roll
most
dice, then.
interesting.
So wait, what's what? What are you gonna?
I don't know. Like, do you want me to beat Carlo or try to use dominate? Does it dominate works whenever they're?
Listen, I'm giving you fiat here, right? I'm asking you how the scene ends. What do you think is the best way for it to end? Now you can roll dice if you want. If you really want to gamble with this, I won't stop you. But like, I'm giving you a little bit of the reins of Carlo's story here. What do you want to happen here so that you can meet with Xance and crew? Or die and play as Alfredo. It's your choice.
Dominate him, Adam, and hit him with a daddy chill.
So I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna just incapacitate him, just stop and just listen to my story and just give him the backstory of what I've gone through.
Okay.
And seeing if he wants to continue down my path or go on as I know he's conflicting feelings right now with me.
So what ends up happening is, Carlo, you end up tearing off a piece of the bedpost and impaling him with it once again. As he is paralyzed on the floor, you start giving him the ultimate sob story, in which your pity specialty applies once again. Pouring tears from your eyes.
The oldest trick in the book.
Pouring tears from your eyes, you relate the backstory to this paralyzed man who is probably in a hellish existence at the moment. When he is finally released, he tells you that he will think about what to do.
I'm sorry to do that, Alfredo, but the only way I know how to hold you back, I guess.
Well, when a vampire's about to frenzy, it's usually good. It's a strong way to go. Following that, you go to Xance's mansion, yes?
Yeah, does Alfredo follow, or is he...
He'll stay with you for the time being as he tries to determine what to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, Mark, as you leave your office to investigate the smell, Virginia, very flat-faced, from under the stairs, meets you as you come out of the office. Meets your gaze, rather. Mr. Xance, Martino is here.
Send him to the drawing room.
You know where to go.
I love how done they are with us.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've done nothing, but still done.
Mark, you step into the drawing room to find an open leather trunk, the one that you tried looking into. The horrible stench no longer suppressed as the dry, rotting corpse permeates the air. Klaus and Byrick are standing there, and Carlo follows close behind you.
I'm playing it.
I like to imagine I'm not looking up. I'm looking at the papers I have in my hand. I'm just kind of walking to the drawing room. How good are some of you all at forging signatures? As I look up, smell it, or I see the trunk, and I'm like, oh, what's inside the trunk? Oh my god! No. What the hell did you bring into my house?
I didn't bring anything besides myself. I was summoned here.
Since you were wanting to know what was in the box, here you go.
I'm gonna grab the letter and read it real quick.
Okay. As said previously, it simply says, "You're welcome," signed, a friend.
Rather presumptuous.
Yeah.
Do you want me to see that person's last memories?
I know their last memories.
Okay, then never mind. Then I don't want to go.
You're gonna see it from their eyes as Byrick Ash is just tearing their throat out.
I want to go through that again.
Again.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull my pocket square out. Use it to close the trunk.
It mitigates the smell a bit, but Pandora's box has been released.
Who still has the key to it?
Byrick at this point.
Byrick, would you mind locking this?
Very well.
You're not going to take this home, are you?
I had no intention to.
I'm going to be like, Oscar?
Yes, sir?
Get the car ready, take this trunk, and dump it in the LA River.
But
The river, sir? At once. Yes, sir.
Mike, you know you could probably make into a feta. Lady.
As I put my hand up to Oscar as he's about to grab it and pick it up, I'm like, are you going to take it home then?
If it's one in the river, I'll take it.
I mean, if you're going to throw it away, I'll take the corpse.
Who wants to eat it?
She's like, straight up like, hey, you gonna finish eating that?
I'll take the leftovers. It's already to go box already.
Do you want me to have it dropped off at the Martino Mansion, by which I mean the Motel 6?
Fuck, man. Xance is on one tonight. He's fucking tired of us bringing in bodies.
No, I'll take it. Is it a big box or like how?
Trunk.
Hashtag Byrick did nothing wrong in this situation.
In this case, he didn't. He just came to a dead body in a trunk.
Like how big?
I
is
mean,
it?
so did I. I didn't know it was in there.
Is it like
Technically,
50?
wasn't it Vance that brought it in?
No, it was Klaus.
I don't think I... Yeah.
Was it?
I-
Pretty sure it was
No, it
Klaus.
was me. It was me. I mean, Xance tried to kill a guy to get the box, so...
I thought it might have had something important inside of it. Instead, it's just a dead person. If it had some cool occult thing in it, I wanted to have a good idea of what it was. Instead,
It
it's a
was
story
a body in it, not a sarcophagus.
Instead, it's just a pretentious Toreador.
Human.
Oh no, I meant that it's just a pretentious Toreador trying to pull a boon out of Byrick Ash.
Oh.
Actually, do I need a dead person's foot for something?
If I had a quarter for every time I've said that.
I might. I'll solve that issue later. I'm gonna tell him to drop. I will tell Carlo to give the key to Oscar. Oscar will drop the box off in his room at the Motel 6.
Okay, if that is what you wish to happen, then that is what's
I,
going
I like the clarification at the end there. It's like, he doesn't have a room here. It's somewhere else.
Because I think I might need a dead person's femur or something for which one is it called? The dead person beating stick ritual.
I know what you're talking about.
The bastone diabolico.
Beating a dead horse.
LA does have a river, and people fish in it and eat the fish out of it. Not joking.
That
Don't do
doesn't
that.
that doesn't mean
Yeah.
much, man.
Oh.
People fish out of the irrigation ditches behind our house.
Yeah. My uncle was one of those.
It's okay to
Why
fish.
that guy looks familiar.
You can fish those fish, but it is not recommended you eat fish out of the LA River.
Huh.
But I think it's mostly homeless people that do that. I don't know about the irrigation canal behind where we live, but please don't eat fish out of the LA River.
Yeah, I don't know if they're really all that bad to eat. Yeah, I don't know how polluted the Rio Grande actually is.
I mean, we pulled a fucking
when it's
couch out of
around.
the bitch, so
Yeah,
You pulled a what out of it?
we pulled a couch.
That's a big fish.
yeah. There was it was like a Boy Scout event that your family was a part of, right, Kyle?
Yeah, it's a big river cleanup thing.
Yeah, so we went, and Kyle and I think we were in like waist-high waders or something. We just went into the fucking Rio Grande and pulled up. Somebody threw out an entire fucking couch. Who does that? Just take it to the fucking curb.
People are a bunch of bastards sometimes.
People are a bunch of bastards.
You want to see if it floated or not?
It did.
Well, yes.
If memory serves, I was pretty stuck into the fucking peat down there at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I will have Oscar drop it off at the Motel 6, a.k.a. La Mansión del Martino.
Okay, that is the box taken care of. Now you have each seen to your pieces of the plan tonight, or at least half of you have. Freddie Sitar, how's it going, buddy?
Palazzo Martino.
Did I have a part of the plan that I needed to do?
I have still not been told of this plan.
Neither
I
have
think
I.
the only thing I was set up to do was drive a dude insane, but
But I mean, like Mark, it may not work.
Great to have you back, buddy. Welcome.
I got a similar implication for my conversations. But it seems I was trying to be too occult about my solutions. Perhaps it is time to try the venture way. Now, who here can forge signatures?
no.
Alfredo?
I could put on a hell of a performance, but I guarantee nothing on actually making it.
I can spit XP to do it. That's not a character.
Yeah, I don't have larceny or craft.
Damn. Okay, I need the dead body's of no use to me. You can have it. I need the person to be alive when I take the leg, apparently.
Jesus.
Well, they need to be alive when I do the ritual. They can die afterwards.
I mean, still, you're taking a dude's leg.
Okay, you've probably done that before, let's be honest.
I mean...
They get a cool peg leg as a consolation.
Let's ask the German from World War I what his war crimes were. See if he can hold Xantz accountable for taking one person's leg while they're still alive, and dipping it in molten lead and beating a ghost with it.
Yeah, but at least when I would have done it, they had a chance. You know, it wasn't like human versus vampire. It was human versus human.
The German veteran over here complaining about the shotgun while he's warfing people with the flamen.
You ran Spice?
Well, I mean, everyone was committing fucking war crimes in World War. Let's be.
Well, the irony is the irony. Yeah.
I was gonna say, wasn't the Geneva Convention after World War One?
Well, I was gonna say the irony is that the Germans claiming the shotgun is a war crime when they're using mustard gas and flamethrowers
In their triple-bladed trench knives.
Star-bladed. Really, just multi-edged is a son of a bitch move.
So it would not surprise me if the German World War I vampires scoffed at the idea of removing a dead person's leg for necromantic rituals.
Yeah, just a little bit. Hey, Nazi, I'll take a Slayer song. That just means it could be a lot fucking worse. Like, if it's like a Cannibal Corpse or a Nile song, like, that's when it gets real fucking dark.
As long as he doesn't get a Sabaton song about him, because then it's celebratory.
True.
In that case,
Exactly, Yusuf. Thank you.
I will say we should perhaps I'm going to ask Carlo if his cousin was willing to help us.
She said she's more willing to help me, but I guess to give her support, have advice at least. She doesn't trust us. She doesn't trust you guys. But I guess I trust you guys.
Why?
I'm still alive, ain't I? Or undead, whatever.
It's true, your family wanted you dead a long time ago. We're actively trying to keep you alive. I will ask you if you have any of your cousin's other documents, perhaps any diaries or ledgers with his handwriting. Perhaps you could remove them from his office.
I suppose I can try, but it'll look suspicious, though.
I presume you're still not willing to throw your cousin under the bus in this scenario?
No, she is the one who opened my eyes to the tyranny of the Giovanni.
All our families are tyrannical in one way or another. Says the guy from the Sabbat shrugs.
Mine was pretty cool.
Well, it was just a bunch of librarians.
Is that what made Byrick leave somebody criticize where he put one of the books away?
When did that happen?
No, what's up?
When did that happen?
No, I'm saying, is that what made Byrick Ash leave the Sabbat?
Oh.
There's one of the other Kiasitas, like, he put that book in the wrong place, and he was just like, I don't have to take this horse shit.
Shoots him and leaves.
Yes, that is the canon explanation, Yusuf.
Yeah. But that's just the cover-up story. Perhaps I'm going to explain what I heard, and I want to know what information Carlos gathered.
Oh, so that means that we can't get anyone above Dante without Dante's help. I guess without Dante's approval, so you can't do that. And also, for me to be the leader, I need friends, allies in the Giovanni, which are very little.
The plan is doomed.
I will tell you, you can be the liaison between the Milliners and Louis 48 to make it look like you have a stronger connection to 48 than they do, while 48 will be fully aware that they're trying to manipulate him with whatever they're trying to offer. I'm not mistaken, wasn't one of the other things that they wanted contact with Byrick Ash?
That is true. Yeah, Carlo, his job at the round table was to be liaison to the Anarchs. They wanted Byrick Ash, and they wanted him to get Murphy Fiero.
And Bob, we're coming to here with that's been great. Sorry for getting the hopes up. Mr. Bob?
We all miss you, Bob.
Yeah.
I want to like text him and invite him back for a one shot, but like last time I invited him to come on, he didn't answer me, so I'm afraid I offended him.
Nah, man.
I think he's just busy.
We love you, Bob.
He's busy being a pa and having a job.
I'd shoot him another text, man. It's really nice to get invites. So.
Yeah, but
just ask him, like, if you ever get a chance, just hit me up, and I'll do a one shot with the crew, or whatever you can do.
It's because I haven't texted him in a while either. Like, just because because again, bad at time management. That's not an understatement. So I haven't. There's a lot of people I've been meaning to talk to. He's one of them. And I don't want it to seem like, hey, you coming back yet? Hey, you coming back yet? Hey, I have no interest in you outside of you coming back. That's not the case. I love you, Bob. I don't care if we ever sit down and roll dice again. You're a great dude.
And just hit him up. Be like, yeah, man, how you doing?
Yeah, but again, I have a whole list of people I need to do that with.
Start somewhere.
That's true. That was actually going to be my New Year's resolution this year. I was going to make a list of people, and like Randy was on that list, and Haley was going to be on the list, and just constantly shoot people at least once a month, just pester them.
Well, I got great news for you. It's only February.
Yeah, that means I've already fucked up for 1/12 of the year.
Nah, man. Not even.
I think, you know what, I think I will do that. I will make the list after we get off stream tonight, and tomorrow I will take it upon myself to do the thing. Thank you, Kyle, for believing in me.
Byrick, you wouldn't happen to be willing to go along with a little meeting between the Giovanni?
I will attend. Don't expect me to speak.
Bubbles does my talking for me.
Well, I will not speak lies.
I find one doesn't have to lie if they are willing to only give a partial account of the truth or to simply avoid saying certain things. But I believe at least if you can offer those 2 points, the Giovanni would perhaps some small amount of faith in you, Carlo, and if you can get me a copy of some more of your cousin's handwriting, well, let's just say I'm a quick learner, and I might be able to forge some connections between Dante and your deceased cousin to create some legal and financial implications for his doings. But
I get it.
But in order to get that meeting with what was her name again? Isabella?
Isabel, yeah. Isabel Giovanni.
You're going to have to at least pretend to throw your cousin under the bus, and then present the damning evidence of Dante's doings to her. So outside of fancy venture speak, my plan is if you can get me some of his handwriting, I haven't really used my merit of being a precocious learner. I will quickly learn how to forge handwriting, and I will forge financial documents that make it look like Dante was remotely working with your cousin to start seizing more control of Giovanni properties to overthrow those above him, primarily Isabel, in order to secure himself a stronger place within the Giovanni. I have a better plan, but I think I would be metagaming too much.
Go ahead, just do it.
Well, I don't think Xantz is aware that the Giovanni and the Tremere kind of hate each other.
That's good. Well, you were a Camarilla citizen for 10 years. I'm willing... I'll give you... Tell you what. I will give you an intelligence politics roll at a difficulty 9. Your specialty in kindred lore will apply.
Intelligence politics?
Yeah. If you succeed on the roll, then maybe back in an Elysium years ago, you happen to remember hearing, the Tremere bitching about the fucking wops or something. Had a little too much alcoholic blood and just talked a little too loud that night.
I was going to say, if it was the 30s, they might have had blood with straight meth or cocaine in it.
Yeah, fair enough.
It was legal back then. Everybody was on stimulants. But now apparently they're bad for you. So you said a 9, correct?
Yeah.
I have 2 10s.
2 10s?
Well,
Okay.
Well, next, though. The smoking's bad for you?
Yeah, you have an inkling. Maybe you don't really know too much about the depths of the enmity or the source of the enmity, but you know that there is enmity.
then in addition to making it seem like there's correspondence between Dante and your cousin, I would also make it seem like he was going to give some of this information to the Tremere in order to sell out Giovanni's secrets to the Tremere.
Valernos isn't wrong.
But I would need some more copies of your cousin's handwriting in order to perform this task.
Carlo, you would know that there are shelves of your cousin's handwriting in those financial ledgers that were in his office.
Yeah.
I guess Mark might know that too if he was inclined to put two and two together.
I was in his office. If you recall correctly, Chaz, Carlo locked us in his office.
Yeah. I remember.
You,
So plan make Carlo look good to the Giovanni and frame Dante for being a Tremere sellout is my current plan.
Alright.
And it is about to be midnight, and I really need to start going to bed.
Yeah, I was about to call it. Okay, you guys know what to do. I'm going to award 3 XP to everybody, mostly so to help Josh get that first dot of Craft Ledger Domain.
Or not craft forgery.
Whatever you want, I don't really care what you call it.
Craft cheese.
Consenship.
Craft cheese, the most powerful form of craft.
All right, and just to... Oh, yeah, I guess we'll start the vote. Vote Josh for keeping the plan rolling. Josh, where's your vote going?
My vote will go to the German.
Aww.
For Klaus? Why for Klaus?
Why for Klaus? I feel like he has also played a part in bringing things together.
Okay. Valernos votes for Klaus for the trickery over the phone. That was super entertaining. Kyle, where's your vote?
I don't know. Give me a minute. Let me think about it.
Okay. Adam, where's your vote going?
To Alfredo for not listening to Josh for rehashing the plan to make it better. I guess to come up with the flaws on the spot.
All good stories are rewritten at some point.
What if you just write the perfect story the first time?
Tom, where's your vote going?
I will also vote for Kyle for sparing me the Martino phone call.
For pulling that, I'm not going to talk to him. You talk to him.
Vote for me for understanding how much you don't want to do that. I think I'm going to vote for Tom for trusting me enough to take his phone call and trusting, I guess, me enough to show up at Xance's mansion when he got a random voice telling him to do something.
Okay.
Or asking.
It's like trusting your cell phone when it says unknown caller and hoping it's a telemarketer.
Pretty
All right,
much.
Listen up, chat. Currently, Mark and Klaus are tied. So, we need some extra votes coming in. Oh, Freddie Sitar. Josh did a great job, but I'm voting for Adam for his dramatic scene with his child and his character development.
Fair.
I think I just uploaded episode 21 today, as a matter of fact. Again, time management. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure we did Rise 20 on the last episode. So
You can give it some time to marinate before we...
yeah, I'll do 2 votes next session. Somebody just needs to remind me. In the meantime, I guess we're gonna figure out who the fuck we're gonna raid tonight. What's up, Josh?
No, I didn't say anything.
There's a vote from,
Adam.
from Mazzy. Yeah.
Ooh! Mazzies votes for Klaus for being offended at the taking of a leg off a living human, despite his
Alleged war crimes.
Mazzy votes for Klaus for hypocrisy.
I was never found guilty of any.
Same.
You blame it on the Germans.
Ooh, okay, we have a choice. So our dear New Zealand friends, it looks like they're running again tonight. We could raid them, or San Antonio by night. I think, have we raided them before? I don't know if we have.
I think so. Yeah.
If we gave it to the New Zealanders last time, we can give it to our fellow Texans this time.
Coffee Cat Presents. That sounds familiar. Are they the guys that we raided when they were playing a recording?
No.
That's who we rated 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one of their vampire pictures is literally a Von Jogia, so... Also, they have significantly less viewers.
So what's the video game going to be next week, Tom?
Oh, fuck, I don't know, man.
Well, I guess Tom will be playing Honey Pop too.
Okay, if there's no more votes coming in, Kyle, you have taken it running.
Oh. Alright.
And I guess... So we're rating Coffee Cat Presents?
Let it be.
Let it be. Okay, I need the chat.
And thanks for watching our vote. Northeast. North. I can say it. So many words. Northeast, northwest. There we go.
I just say north. Thanks, North.
North.
North. Oh wait.
Invalid username. Okay, so it's... I see. It's case sensitive. Ho Twitch, well played. Here, how about I just highlight and select copy. See, look, I can use technology. Okay. Alright, guys, thank you for everything. We love you. Have a great night. You people are amazing. Bye-bye.
Stay caffeinated.
That. Raid now!
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, man.
Good night, buddy.